Oh, what's happened in your life? Where's the big change been?
Oh my gosh, that's an hour-long conversation right there. So I left coaching, yeah, right around when you said the fall of 2018, which in a college coaching world is not the most ideal time to leave. But man, I was fried. I had been coaching Division I swimming for 13 years. I had been a head coach at age 26. I was fried, and I'm sure you can relate to that over and over, constant years in and years out. And so I decided it was time to leave, right? The job wasn't for me anymore, and I wasn't right for the job. I couldn't give the team the hours and hours they needed from me, and I couldn't give my family what they deserved. So I was constant in anxious state trying to figure out where to give that time. Right. It just, I could never please anyone, and that just unpleased me more than anything. And I was
Yep.
so frustrated. And so something had to change. And so I was able financially to walk away from my job. And I had this idea of helping people with their nutrition, because all through my coaching career, and especially in my later years as I gained more knowledge on food, I got so frustrated. And you might be able to relate to this. When we would talk about nutrition at Purdue, we'd bring the men and the women in, sometimes together, and every once a year or so, or a couple times a year, you get the nutrition talk, right? But my frustration was, why are we teaching the 6'8" male and the 5'1" female the same thing about food? This makes no sense to me, because they need to fuel their bodies different ways. So all throughout my time, and especially at Purdue, I was working with the women a lot on food, and people that just struggled for performance, for just making it through workout. They'd just be exhausted. Or in fitness. Fitness is, something women struggle with usually a little bit more than men. So we would work on fitness, and they would have success because we would work on it one-on-one individually. And so John, the head coach there, said, hey, can you work with some of these other women? And then pretty soon women were coming to me, and their parents were emailing me. And all of a sudden somebody said to me once, you should really do this. And I thought, whoa, maybe someday. And so then, that kind of sparked in my brain when I left. And it really rolled from there. I took that individual personalized nutrition approach to working with clients. And I started out with family and friends, and they told their family and friends and their family and friends. And pretty soon it evolved into me publishing a cookbook, working with Olympic level athletes all over the world, writing personal nutrition plans for people, athletes and non-athletes. I've worked with people I'll list some of the athletes I worked with, but, high level athletes all the way to 85-year-old women. And it's cool. Just you're helping people, you're still coaching, you still get that coaching vibe, right? But I'm helping people in a different way. And it's improving their life as an athlete, as a non-athlete. It's just really fulfilling on my end. And I know I'm helping them. So what the big program I run with my athletes is called my genetic reboot program. And we test 37 genes. We figure out how your body best tapers, how your body best loses weight, how your body best holds onto muscle, how you can best build muscle, what athletic gene you are. You the sprinter, the endurance gene, the mixed gene. We find out vitamin deficiencies. We find out food sensitivities. So what should you eat before a meet? The whole big pasta meal thing, the myth, the carbo load before, is that really good for somebody that has a high carb sensitivity? No, not at all. So we work on what to eat pre-workout, post-workout, between sessions, to really help them feel their best, reduce inflammation, reduce the bloating, the garbage feeling, and help them sustain. If they can train better, they can perform better. So some of the people that I've worked with, some of the bigger names that you would recognize and other people watching would recognize would be Caleb Dressel, Kirsten Mites out of Purdue's pro. She's awesome kid. Caleb's just been a dream. He's just so fun to work with. Just such a great kid. I really enjoyed, and I've learned a lot from him and just his approach to how to be excellent. It's really cool. He introduced me to Elizabeth Beisel, so now we're working together, and Jonathan Tiber and Niles Vitch-Glassen, all out of Florida. Bella Hinley, the Duluth ladies, all the Duluth girls, Megan Kingsley, Sherelle Thompson, and then some college athletes that, I really shouldn't name because I don't want to endanger their eligibility at all, but kids at Stanford, Virginia, Florida State, some pro baseball players, some pro track athletes.
So I think what you're saying basically is this is a huge topic, and this is there's this huge need out there as well.